Hello, welcome back to my studio. Today I'm going to paint a very simple sky and watercolour. I'm starting with very wet, gentle wash with quite a large brush. I'll put the description in the box below. It's a sable water brush, and I'm just washing in a very gentle cobalt blue sky. I'm not thinking too much about it. I have drawn the picture out, so it's very simple. It's just a horizon line, a cloud, a little bit of headland, and a little bit of reflection in the foreground. And as you see, I've washed in a bit of the sky. I've left some little bits of paper showing through, and I've gone around the cloud, making the sky a little bit darker. It's a very limited palette. This is just cobalt blue, and most of the painting is cobalt blue. And now a slightly lighter wash into the water. Thinking about the reflection, I did do the reflection in a wax resist pencil, which I wanted it to be really simple, and the water control is not huge here. You have to have enough water to obviously wash in the sky, but it's not too complicated. I'm not doing too many layers. I didn't let this dry, and as you can see, I'm just touching in the cloud, and then changed my brush and got a slightly smaller brush and made a darker wash with a bit of cobalt blue and a bit of burnt umber, just putting in the headland. Very simple, but still descriptive of the headland on the horizon line there, and then washing it, just drawing it across. Thinner on the right hand side, and then the hills are on the left hand side. Very simple, and you can already see that putting that in has created the reflection of the cloud. Just lifting a little bit of paint out. It was a little bit wet and bled just a tiny bit, so I thought I'd lift a little bit out and then I'll go back and redo that when it's dried a bit, but no harm done. Putting in the cloud shadow part, I put a slightly darker grey, and then I'm using water on my brush just to soften the edges and lighten the shadow a little bit. I didn't want it too heavy, but you can see there's quite a lot of water there running down, and then just drying the brush and wiping away excess water. And then that darkness in the cloud reflects, and you can see now where the wax resist is. And I thought it actually makes quite a nice little pattern as well, and you get the feeling that the water's got ripples. And so now I'm back into the far distant hills again. It's dried off, so I won't get any bleeds into the sky. But again, this is just a darker cobalt and burnt umber mix, and there's really nothing more to it than that. Just tidying it up. So we've got the values are light in the water, a little bit darker for the sky, and obviously the darkest value is the far distant hills. And now I'm putting in some lines and detail on the water to give that sort of ripple effect. It's, again, just another mixture of burnt umber and cobalt blue, and just lifting it off so it's not like railway lines crashing across the page, just subtle. So the feeling I wanted here was just light and airy. And I think that's what I'm getting. I think that's how it's coming across. A little bit of darker blue from the reflection of the sky above you. So a little bit of darker cobalt blue in the foreground, just washed on, very easy, very loose. I just thought this would be a good exercise for anybody who's beginning watercolour, just to get the feel of your brushes, just to get the feel of the water. See, you can, again, I'm lifting parts out, using my nail just to run along to lift out a bit of white. It's quite forgiving. So I hope you've enjoyed this little demonstration and that you'll pick up your brushes and paint and just try a very simple, a sky, a cloud reflection and a little bit of headland. And I'll see you next time.